On King's Row, Team EnVyUs versus Luminosity.
Yep, just for some context for the eventual YouTube viewers, this is a best of 5 final for GosuGamers NA Weekly. There's close to $700 at stake. You can see on the overlay there that people have contributed to the prize pool throughout the day. Started out at $500, now we're up to $675. And viewers, of course, can continue to contribute to that prize pool. On Luminosity Gaming, we have Seagull, Esper, Gods, Enigma, Pooks, and Milo. On defense, EnVyUs starting out, we have Coco, Harry Hook, Taimu, Internet Hulk, Tailspin, and Chipsogen. And the bulk of the EnVy team played together as IDDQD during beta. They actually had a stint with some slightly different players where they went 55-0 in matches before actually just breaking up. So these guys are super duper incredibly good. Luminosity Gaming vying for that top NA spot as well. Seagull is a guy that you definitely should have heard by now if you care at all about Overwatch or competitive Overwatch. He is streaming to over 12,000 people every single day with his incredible DPS play. Pharah, Genji, McCree. He started to learn McCree. He got his first McCree play of the game, I think, just last game.
Yeah, I saw that, yeah.
So he is evolving because McCree is necessary. They didn't have the best McCree on their team. Gods, of course, super good at it, but they want him on Widow as much as possible, as he is one of those scary good Widows, along with Taimu and people like Nicholas that we saw earlier today on Gale Force Esports. But here we go. The doors are about to open. I'm actually going to take Seagull's POV, as I do have that caster Pharah bias.
Thanks for the assist.
Alrighty, well, we do see, you know, they're moving on in right now. Seagull just kind of wandering around, building up that meters, trying to stay alive. Junkrat Trap will collapse in that moment. But a pretty offensive position right now for a lot of the turrets here on the Symmetry, you can see on the defensive side.
Yeah, you can see the turrets kind of through the walls here as the casters, a couple of them placed on the statue, a couple of them on the left, and usually one on the right just so that flanking route is covered. But in the hotel, Seagull's got his sights set. It looks like there's no turrets inside there, so it could be a viable route for him. He's going to bounce the Reinhardt forward. That's something that all Pharah players should learn how to do regularly, is if that Reinhardt is standing there with his shield up, just bounce him forward like 3 or 4 meters, and suddenly his team is exposed and he has to spin around or get, risk taking more damage from the Pharah, actually. So good tactic there from Seagull moving in.
Yeah, picked up a lot of kills. That gets them on the point, actually, with just that Symmetra trying to stay alive. Internet Hulk's only 84% for meter for that teleport and going to end up falling before able to cast that. So this will be the first point going to the side of LG very quickly.
Yeah, LG doing a great job there. You're actually going to see a couple of the characters go in and switch. Pooks specifically I want to talk about, as he was playing Junkrat for the first point. Spamming bombs into the Reinhardt shield and over the Reinhardt shield can actually be very, very good here as well. We were talking about Pharah tactic. Junkrat on offense here is another good one for just breaking open those chokes, not to mention the fact that you can toss the mine over the shield and bounce people in random directions, just totally disrupt that front line.
Alright, well, they're just getting their push on right now. We are looking for the flanks. Anyone trying to get around the side. Doesn't look like it. Pretty standard defense. Just everyone waiting for a safer choke point to defend this push coming in on the side of EnVy.
Alright, Enigma on Roadhog. I've just been watching him. He's not even attempting to throw any hooks, really just blasting away with that shotgun as often as he can until he finds a squishy target. He does miss the Lucio there, but the res comes in on defense, and Luminosity Gaming should be able to clean this up, as they do have them surrounded. Gods actually goes down very quickly to Tailspin, playing that defensive Pharah, so I can't wait to see some dueling going on there. Defense actually standing quite well here, even though they are very low health. They are all still alive and still putting out damage.
Enigma actually landed hook but got pushed back, pretty much denying the kill he would have got there on God. So that's actually, that would have been a kill on Taimu. But regardless, the res being caster, getting that the Reynad back up to try to hold this point.
The
Reynad?
Did you actually say that? Oh my god, I thought I was hearing things. Enigma, the Roadhog, actually just flew into the air from that concussive mine of the defensive. Oh wait, they don't even have a defensive Junkrat. How did he fly like that? I guess Reinhardt must have bounced him or something.
Yeah, some weird physics. Maybe it was a Pharah missile or something. Nice hook there onto Taimu from Enigma, picking up a kill. Looking for the double kill. Does actually get chips as well. And now Lucio in his sights, trying to pick him off. This could be a triple pickup. Actually, Tailspin ends up going down.
Internet Hulk still alive in the backline, does pick off Seagull before being killed by Enigma, but Luminosity Gaming pushing very hard here.
Yeah, and we have Taimu, Tailspin, and Chips all in the defense with their ults ready. It's Gods and Enigma looking to make the plays happen. High Noon, of course, can have that mega value, force them off the point. This point will be picked up on the side of LG.
Yeah, looks like they're actually probably going to speed boost in here. This is very, very common, but with all the ultimates, you see all those red skulls, but you don't see where the barrier is because Reinhardt's sitting in front of him. Gods actually gets no kills with his High Noon, and you can see the car is stopped here, only 4 meters away. This is why you wait until the very end and then you speed boost out so you can just contest with the shortest possible run back on defense and the longest run back on offense. But here we go, offense still standing. Milo kind of the last hope here for Luminosity to try and push here, and EnVyUs, great job on cleanup.
Yeah, Esper basically did that sacrificial res, trying to keep that push alive, keep the dream flowing, but not going to be the case. And now we have LG kind of just regrouping and waiting for the next push. No changes in their composition. I mean, they know this can work. They saw a great push just prior to this, and Enigma going back in with that Reinhardt in the front line.
Yep, so we got 2 tanks, 2 supports, 2 damage dealers. Tailspin getting a quick kill there onto Milo. Earthshatter comes down. It doesn't really catch much, but that's okay. Coco gets the kill on Milo, so that is going to stall the offense quite a bit. 3.5 minutes left on this middle stretch of King's Row. Enigma does have actually 4 ultimates available for the offense, so this is going to be a huge battle. I'm actually going to go out to third person just so we can catch everything that's about to happen here.
My ultimate is ready.
A great idea there. We do see Tailspin constantly just flying around with that boost from the Mercy, trying to get the big damage on the shield, and they are boosting on in with the sound barrier, trying to get onto the payload. Milo in the front, absorbing all the rockets with the shield. The res used just to get Gods back up, and we see the
tons of ultimates.
The range from above on Tailspin is just too much.
Tailspin getting triple quad kill there, actually finishing off Pooks down in the subway there, and suddenly Milo is all alone. He's going to get surrounded and picked off as well. With the coin flips that sometimes take place with all those ultimates, you never really know. The order is going to determine everything, and it looks like Envy clearly benefited from hanging on to their ultimates a little bit longer. Esper had to blow his res so early in that fight that it was impossible to reverse their fortune, and now that's another minute and 15 seconds bled off the clock as LG runs right back in again.
Okay, Milo's got to be careful. His shield already took a ton of damage from that, and he's actually going to be charging on over, getting absolutely no value with that. And from that, we see the High Noon being cast on the backside, but there's no shield available for him. Doesn't get a single kill due to the shields on the defensive side.
Yeah, I hear McCree rolling around. I'm watching Seagull right now. He needs to watch out for that. But Tailspin with the sound barrier actually launching another barrage, catching a lot of targets. Seagull trying to deal with this McCree. Taimu is one of the better McCree players in the world, though. It can be quite difficult to line up shots on him as he has the movement down and, of course, the sheer DPS. But as we move forward now, defense, EnVyUs still hanging on. Only about 100 seconds left for Luminosity to make this cart actually reach that checkpoint that's oh so close. They were only 4 meters away.
Yeah.
Don't forget, and EnVyUs is doing a great job holding them here.
Internet Hulk's just being a beast right now. I mean, he picked up a couple kills, forced them all to back up. He's got that ult ready. Actually, Coco, Internet Hulk, Taimu, Chips, and Tailspin all just about ready. Tailspin at 62%, but don't let that fool you. He can gather that meter so very quickly as Pharah.
Yeah, especially with damage amp and Mercy jumps and leaps and bounds. But we have Coco with Earthshatter available, watching him looking for that timing, and Winston and Reinhardt can both screw him up a little bit with Bubble and Shield, so he has to hit that perfect time to make the most of it. But 2 attackers already down, just taking tons of damage from Taimu and Tailspin at those long-range damage dealers. I've actually called Taimu and Tailspin Tata yesterday during their 4-0 of Vape Nation. I kind of like the nickname for their DPS players.
Okay, the only defensive ult spent there was of course, the Winston, and now we have the Earthquake going, and the Earthshadow getting mega value, but forcing out the ultimate of the offensive Winston, who's trying to duke it out with Coco, but he's not having the most success.
Yeah, unfortunately, Winston had to leap away, and while that happened, Milo and Gods both went down. Gods on the offensive Widowmaker here is a big res, but no one is down on defense, and they have that sound barrier still just dripping off of them. You can see all that health on the top left. Coco has been taking focus fire this whole time and still alive through those basically 1.5 engagements there.
Tailspin picking up a kill there on Enigma, making sure they can hold this point, and it looks like we're going to have a beautiful defense coming out from LG. The last push coming in, Gods will end up falling, and that's going to be GG.
Yeah, Luminosity did a great job taking point A, but then EnVyUs with that second checkpoint stall out totally held on to it the entire rest of the game. That was a great effort there. Tailspin with a couple of barrages. This is probably that first one very near that
Yeah,
checkpoint.
definitely.
Helden sterben nicht.
This was that defensive barrage, picking up 3 kills.
And then the fourth follow-up.
Oh, oops. Nice.
Good stuff there from Tailspin. Good stuff from EnVyUs. LG did not set a time. They got 0.8 fairly quickly, so we'll see if EnVyUs is able to... Actually, if EnVyUs beats that time to A, they will win the map. But if they don't, then they will have to push
Just
to the second checkpoint.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't actually remember what the time was. I think it was within a minute and a half, though. It was very quick.
We have admins in the lobby with us, so I'll let them handle that.
NMJ. That was not my job. It's one of the IPL slogans from back in the day.
Well, swapping sides, we'll see how they can do with their push. I mean, obviously Envy with the great hold. And it's going to be very tough here for Luminosity to keep them even from getting to that second point.
Oh, I'm going to switch my overlay here. Still 0-0, but we are swapping sides.
So of the original roster of Luminosity, the only member when they went to Luminosity from IDDQD,
To EnVyUs.
it's just Tailspin, right?
No, so Taimu actually was on IDDQD and then left, and they had Mendo and Tavik. Mendo and Tavik with the other four players. They're the ones who went 55-0, and then Mendo and Tavik left the team. Taimu came back. 112 for first point. Cool, good to know. Thank you, Dvex.
Very nice.
Green across the board. I'm ready for action.
Alright, so I'm going to spectate Gods, actually. We didn't give him much love in the previous round, so on Defensive Widow, get a chance to see his sniping skills.
Damn.
Yeah, we'll see what they can do. Obviously, there's Widows on both sides, so the Widow Wars can be real. We do see the Pharah Tailspin coming around the side with that power-up from Mercy. You gotta be careful, but Taimu goes down. Beautiful snipe there from Gods.
Yeah, always nice to win the sniper battle right out the gate. Gets in their head a little bit, right? Kind of slows down their momentum. But here we go. Offense still with 5 members standing. They're probably not going to be able to make a push until everyone's back up. I did see someone sneaking around the side there. It looked like it was Soldier. Oh, Tailspin actually flying above now as well. Even without Zarya bubble on him, was able to get over there safely. And Widow is going to catch that res, so God's probably going to grapple away and try and find some targets here.
All right, we actually have a Soldier up in the point. No, just as I say that, we see Seagull pick him off with that Junkrat. Very nicely done.
Yeah, Harry Hook actually flanked in a previous round too. That's why I was like, I saw someone over there. It's probably Soldier, as weird as that sounds.
Reptire coming out, gonna actually get blown up immediately, and Seagull will be eliminated by Internet Hulk rather quickly.
They are gonna beat the time. Oh my God, they're gonna beat the 112 in 5 more seconds.
Yeah, there's no way they can get on this point. It's
Tracer stalled it.
Stall it out. All right.
She got it, so they have to capture B. They were 2 seconds slower. No, 4 seconds slower.
That's actually super clutch.
Huge,
there. Nicely
huge.
done by Enigma.
Because now they can stall out and win the map. That actually could have been a game-winning play. We'll have to see how it goes, but the attacking team, EnVyUs, actually pushing forward. They're actually getting a lot of kills on the defense already, but fortunately for LG, they have a long way to go before they can reach that second checkpoint. And like I said, even in the last round, they tend to wait until they reach that checkpoint unless they can meet them in the middle. If they can stop them before the first corner, that's great, but usually that's just not the case because of the way the game normally plays out. So they are going to move forward. They are going to try and play this middle section, but if they get wiped here, it is possible that they'll be able to get to that checkpoint. I think they're only doing this because the res is almost available. There's a string of ultimates coming out now. Coco charging forward, out of place. 3 members of the defense died to Tailspin.
Tailspin! Oh my goodness, that Justice just absolutely shreked everyone, and this push is looking quite powerful right now. Actually getting Pooks as well with that power up. And yeah, that point is not too far away. We're going to have to see, again, a Tracer, someone. There's no Tracer available this time, but Coco trying to get on that point.
Man, that direct shot on Pooks. And like I said, the middle section, if they can't hold it, then the offense tends to just reach that checkpoint. So it's always a weird decision that you have to make. And now they are pushing up on the payload. They are able to contest, but Reinhardt falls so fast that as soon as no, it's 0.76 seconds. We almost called it for them already once this game, and they're not done yet.
Oh my goodness. Well, very, very close situation right now as they're in that point. The Earthshatter does come out, knocking Tailspin on the ground. Tailspin goes on very quickly from Milo. Enigma in the back trying to put pressure onto the Mercy. They do successfully blow her up.
You can see God's actually getting a couple of kills there. He's built up his ultimate, finally coming into play now with 3 kills of his own. God's really, really helping Luminosity save the day there. So now they just have to hold for 4 minutes and 45 seconds. And they can still win the map. It's crazy how close they've come twice now already, EnVyUs.
Impressive stuff. All right, Gods popping the sight, getting eyes on, waiting for them to pop around the corner, but Coco has that barrier up to provide the support so the team can just walk safely down that aisle.
All right, Tailspin already taking 100 damage from that stray fire strike, which Hips is going to get him healed up. They're going to move around the left side, but what was that? A Deadeye. Seagull gets 2 in the back line of EnVyUs, and the team is easily going to clean up the remaining players there. Seagull with the flanking Deadeye helping out.
That was quick, too. I mean, it looked like a decent flank at the start, but like you said, the Deadeye getting 2 so quickly. I mean, the push was thwarted almost immediately. And now they've got so many ultimates at the ready. We're about to have the res up here for Esper. There it goes. Enigma, Milo, all ready to rock and roll with their ultimates.
Gods gets spotted very quickly there. I was watching him just to see if he could get any picks on the way in, but of course the Reinhardt shield is up and ready, and rockets spamming at him force him off the point. Now he's back on his safe place, but Tailspin's right up in his face. There's all kinds of ultimates coming out. Tailspin gets another 3, but the big res erases it, and suddenly offense is down. One member, Taimu's looking for that ult. Taimu catches nobody. Offensive res brings back Tailspin, and Seagull is down. So offense could have an opportunity here. DPS missing from both sides. No one's actually on the payload, though, except for the defensive member. So I think it looks like LG is going to be able to hang on.
Yeah, I thought Tailspin was going to get a lot more done there. He flew up after the res. He went straight for Gods, but he just couldn't confirm the kill. Gods was a little bit too slippery on that Widow using the grapple. And like you said, they managed to hold for a bit longer.
I can't believe it, man. They had they reached that checkpoint with like 4 minutes, 45 seconds left. Now we're down to under 3. So it just comes in waves, man. As long as they can keep holding up and defending this payload, they can still win the map by a matter of seconds on that point and capture.
We'll find out. They're going in for the push once again. No ultimates available on the offense side, but they're getting close. Res just about ready. We do see the Earth Shadow being cast here by Milo for the defense, getting several targets confirmed. And that's going to pick up the kill on Gods, but the res is coming out quickly.
Offensive Pharah here. Tailspin actually unable to get any kills because the defense did use their sound barrier. Tailspin up here kind of in no man's land off by himself. 1 HP. He does get 2 kills. Seagull and Pooks with the 1 HP. Esper goes down also finally gets taken up by Enigma, but Enigma alone should be enough to hang on to this payload, especially now Milo coming in as well.
Oh, it's so close, man. There's the res, actually. Tailspin is back up, but oh no, just the last possible moment.
This is going to help the offense clearly, as the last 2 tanks were low health. That was a great res timing. Now Gods comes in and tries to contest. He can't do it. Pooks is the last chance here. Seagull and Pooks both need to live. It's contested with 2 meters. Esper flies in. No res available, though, and that is going to be it. Envy will take game number 1 here.
Wow. GG.
Crazy holds, but not enough.
A great match for sure. So that's going to be the first game going to the side of Envy in this best of 5 series.
Oh, let's break it. Damn!
Now we get the celebratory cart ride for play of the game and stats.
They want to see it.
Someone's contesting. Who is it? Get out of here, Gods.
There goes Winston. Everyone's suiciding. Tailspin just playing with fire. Oh, they're all just going down below. And that'll be the celebratory cart push successful.
Congrats to EnVyUs taking game 1 there. It is a best of 5 series, though. Luminosity definitely not out of it, pushing up a great fight against EnVyUs.
Play of the game.
Is this the double Deadeye? Is that play of the game? It is. Oh, because they do get the follow-up kill.
Oh, let's break it.
Yeah.
This is a full wipe, so this is worthy. And the duel with Taimu there.